Alright, so today I'm going to go over my Field & Stream Shadowcaster, just some of the general features of it, and also some modifications that I have made. So let's start off with the front hatch. Good storage on the front hatch, watertight. Moving back to the scupper holes, which come in handy because I have mounted these wheels in it. These are Ascend wheels. A nice stable deck that is very stern and doesn't bend. A 2-position seat. Within the up position, you have storage underneath. You can see storage underneath. It folds down towards level and sits up to where you can fish easily. Moving back, I have my battery box. You have these stock rod holders, a crate that I have various rod mounts on, and then the trolling motor, which I'm about to go over. Alright, so for the trolling motor, like operation or whatnot, the steering mechanism is the foot pedals, the stock foot pedals in this kayak. When you're sitting like this in the seat when it's high, you don't really have great reach to the pedals. When it's down low, you have good function with the foot pedals to steer the kayak. So when it's upright, you have these green cables here that you can basically use to turn the kayak. The head is mounted right here. It's mounted to a rod holder, so it has various positions where I can do it like this, set it in this position, to where when I'm standing up in the kayak and fishing, I can still reach. You can still reach the trolling motor head for the speed controls. And now I will go over how I did the hardware in the back. So, hardware in the back, I basically took off the original head and remounted it up there. So, didn't have to trim this shaft. This is a Endura C30 trolling motor that I had laying around. What you do is you disconnect, you're going to take off the stock head, and there'll be 4 wires. You cut them, and then simply after that, you take this bracket that is usually flipped the other way, but to get it to mount like this on these kayaks and still have your swivel function like so, you have to flip that bracket once you have those wires cut. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how I made this bracket mount here. I took a piece of plywood, painted it flat black, and basically there's a molded handle that comes on the kayak that's usually here. I took 2 pieces of wood, and with these bolts I basically sandwiched the 2 pieces of plywood together, and that's what gave me that mount. It's pretty easy to do. I mean, you just have to flip that head. That's the thing for it to mount with the tabs like this. The beauty about this is I can screw those off and the trolling motor, and then take these clips off and the trolling motor can come off, and I can have just a regular kayak within seconds. Now for the steering of this kayak, I have these eye bolts that are just connected with these little brackets. There's probably a million ways to do this. I took these 1-inch little pipe clamps, ran an eye bolt out. Not the most professional way, but like I said, there's probably a million ways you could do this steering system. It's attached to this lanyard that runs up and through the guides, through another guide, and on this kayak to the stock foot pedals. The foot pedal is like that. So it when you steer the kayak like so. Oops. So I'm going to move this one, and you can obviously see that it moves the other because they're connected on both sides with those cables. That's how the steering function works. Pretty simple. Other than that, I'll go over some of the wiring. The stock wire just simply runs out of this head down. The original power cables go to the battery box, and then the other 4 wires, which are the speed controls, go up to this. Now this is just the stock head, and I took and made a PVC shaft to put in this rod holder right here, screwed it in, mounted it to these stock slides, which is also a very great feature to this kayak. It comes with 2 stock slides, and see, I've put my pliers and scissors there. It's got paddle holders on the side, and let's go to the battery. The battery is just a simple marine battery. In here in the battery box, it sits in this recessed cavity right here, which I also have my crate that sits well in there nicely. And that's pretty much it. This is just a little fast run through of my kayak. Tomorrow I will be taking it out on the water to hopefully show you all some of these functions and show you how it works and show you the stability of standing up in the kayak and stuff like that. So I'll pick this video back up in the morning, and thanks for watching.